visualization didn't just aid recovery, it fueled my comeback. And it shapes how today I work with injured athletes and I combine my own experience with performance science and psychology.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Talk Elevation by Fanday Nation. I'm Mikayla Nagel, and today we're going to talk about the mental side of injury recovery for athletes. Joining me is Dora Kurimay, a performance and recovery specialist who works with athletes on focus, confidence, emotional regulation, and the mental tools that help accelerate recovery. She is also a former national team tennis player and a co-creator of a 5-day recovery program designated to help injured athletes stay disciplined and connected to their comeback. Dora, welcome to the show again.
Oh, thank you for having me again.
Of course. All right. Well, before we dive into the program that you created, can you talk a little bit about your table tennis career and you broke your ankle and how you recovered for that and how that kind of helps you with your program today?
Thank you for asking this question. So yes, I at age 12, I broke my ankle into 3 pieces, and the recovery felt overwhelming. And basically, visualization helped to bounce back. And I pictured walking, training, perfecting my strokes, and growing stronger. And 2.5 years later, I made the national team, and I also have my team to win the European table tennis championship. So visualization didn't just aid recovery, it fueled my comeback. And it shapes how today I work with injured athletes and I combine my own experience with performance science and psychology.
That's awesome. That's great. And can you tell me a little bit your journey with that table tennis team, how you joined and after your recovery and all that?
Absolutely. So after the recovery, I started playing again. So I was very upset when the injury happened because
Yes.
I was playing really well. And it took like more than 6 months to have the recovery process. And the first year I didn't make the national team. So after I came back, and then I made the national team, and visualization really helped me, not just the recovery, but also in the pre-performance routine. And I was very happy when the first time I made the national team at age 14, and it was very successful. I mean, looking back after this injury to come back and be successful. And basically, I played after I made the national team for 6 years in the national team. So
Wow, that's really cool to play on such a big stage like that. That's really awesome. Well, being an athlete yourself, you're in a great line of work in what you do. So when athletes do get injured, most of them focus on the physical rehab and nobody really takes account into that mental side of things. So why is that mental recovery just as important?
So, because it's not just the body that is disrupted, but the mind as well. And basically, the mental side matters just as much because the injury affects athletes' identity, confidence, motivation, fear. So it's very important to work on the mental side. And even sometimes it happens that athletes often worry about re-injuring the same area when they are coming back. So it's important to work on that as well. And the mental training really helps them to stay disciplined with the rehab process, also maintaining routines and believing in themselves, so that believe that they are progressing and they can come back basically. So it's very helpful for them to
Absolutely.
build their mental strengths while they are in the recovery process.
For sure, absolutely. And that's more, people should think about that more for sure. So let's go to your program. You and your partner created a 5-day recovery program for athletes. What inspired you to build this and take us through those steps?
Sure. So I work with Tammy Mate. She's a mental game coach, and we worked before on another project, and we had a conversation about injured athletes. And also, she wrote a book about it, The Injured Athlete, a mental game plan for your comeback. And we thought that it would be great to create a quick tool that athletes can basically join right away after they get injured. And that's why we created, and we had our experience. Both of us were injured before. We were also like athletes, and after we became mental skills coaches, mindset coaches. So that's how we created it for
That's
with
awesome.
and to walk you through the process. So day one is basically when someone signs up. They get emails every day for 5 days, and these emails includes practical short videos and also immediate actionable mindset exercises. And we also share real stories in these videos. So, how injured athletes came back, and how they also train their mental side. And we also, for whoever signs up, actually a quick recovery session with one of us. So, and it's right now it's free. So I would recommend anyone who is. This is a quick tool, and basically it takes 5 days, and it's very short. And they can use basically immediate drills and exercises and reps. That is very helpful. So the day one is about acceptance and why. So basically, reframing your injury and reconnecting with your purpose is very, very important. So we talk about that, and also give the athletes immediate tools that how they can connect with their real why, because it's very important, and why they want to come back, what they love about their sport, and also accepting it, because whenever it happens, it's very hurtful, right? The second day, basically, we talk about how to stay connected, reconnected, and maintain your identity as an athlete, even while you are sidelined. So it's very important to connect with the community, and we share some inspirational stories and also give quick tools what to do. The day three is about focusing on what the athletes can control, so control the controllables, because when an athlete is not focusing on what they cannot control, that's very depressing, and it's called causing anxiety, not just for injured athletes, but for for every people as well, and also athletes as well. And the day four is basically we talk about how an athlete can master their self-talk. Self-talk is basically everyone's inner voice, whether they say it out loud or they are just thinking about it. So basically, we shaping these thoughts, because it's also very helpful. And day five, we talk about imagery or visualization is the other name, and basically giving quick tools that how they can use imagery, and also sharing inspirational stories. So that's how it looks like.
That's really cool. Do you have a favorite success story from an athlete that's worked through this program?
So this is a brand new program.
Oh, it's
We
brand new.
just
Okay.
launched, yes, we just launched a couple of days ago. So it's very fresh. This program, but when we work with athletes, um, visualization is a very very useful tool, and also I can relate to that because I also experienced that and I'm teaching that. So visualization, breathing, self-talk, these combo, and also what I explained, it's a universal tool that athletes can use for their comeback.
That's really cool. That's really cool. For athletes who are currently injured and struggling mentally, what advice would you give them to stay confident and connected to this comeback? Who maybe are like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can work through these steps. What would you tell them?
So I would say that let's do the 5-day challenge, right? For sure.
Yep.
But of course, acceptance is a starting line, right? Connecting their fuel is very motivating, and focusing on why they want to come back, and how I said creating routines, connecting with the teammates, and using visualization, self-talk, and also setting up mini daily goals is super helpful, because when we just look at the end of the road, it's very far, right? But if
Yes.
we are focusing on the daily routine and also the daily goals, that can be very motivating, and it's a very good thing to focus on. And also looking at our progress, that's also very motivating, and celebrating the mini wins every day or
For
weekly.
sure. For sure. How important is visualization for not just athletes, but people in their everyday lives too?
Oh, it's a fantastic tool. And what I actually explained, visualization, breathing, self-talk, also connecting your why, all these tools are helpful for everyone. So visualization is great for athletes. It's great for also any high performers and any average, I mean, not average, but daily task. It can be used in basically anywhere, and it really helps you to achieve your goals. And also, it can be a um, helpful technique to also reconnecting also what you truly want. So visualization is a great way to use it many different ways. I don't want to go into too many details, but even you can master your strokes. So you can just use visualization if you want to learn new skill, or you want to perfect your current ones. You can use visualization as a pre-performance routine. So not just for athletes, but even like if you have an important meeting, if you have an important presentation, you can basically mental rehearsal,
Yes.
whatever you are doing. So visualization is a great tool, and even science shows visualization can increase strengths by up to 11%. So there are some very interesting science data also behind this.
Yeah, that's really cool. Well, Dora, thank you so much for sharing this with us. Where can people find this program online, and where can people find you as well?
Sure. So my website is dorakurimay.com. So it's DORAKURIMAY.com. And they can find the recovery playbook if they go to dorakurimay.com /recovery dash playbook.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Well, any athletes out there, anyone else struggling with needs that they need to get through, that's not just physical but mental, check it out. 5-day recovery program. Dora, thank you so much for joining us again today, and we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you so much.